Hey guys, it's Desi. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, today we created this bomb glam. It's giving me like major cotton candy vibes. Candy, who is she? This look was so fun to create. It is not that hard at all. You'd be surprised. I created this look using almost an entire face of Morphe products, which are super affordable. So if you guys want to create this look for yourselves, then keep watching. Ready to get into it. If you guys are wondering why my skin's looking so glowy, so fresh, healthy, it is because I just got a facial a couple hours ago. She looking, I feel like I've been having like a bit of a struggle with acne. Just having a lot of hormone issues, so I'm just going through it, but all good, not to worry. So I'm gonna start priming my eyes. I did already go in and clean up the brow, as you can see, but I have not primed the eye yet, so I'm just gonna put that on there. And I'm only going to be priming the top half of my eye right now, just because I am going to be doing a cut crease and I don't want there to be too much product layered on. I feel like it starts to get a little thick and cakey, and I'm not really a fan of wiping it off like with the Q-tip. I don't know if you guys have seen people do that when they cut their crease. I'm not a fan of it, but of course everyone has their personal preference. I would just prefer to not really focus the product as much onto the bottom half of the lid. And like I've mentioned to you guys before, I'm only priming one eye at a time now, just because I feel like the product sticks to it better when it's more fresh. So the eye is nice and primed. To prime, I just used the Tarte Shape Tape. This one is in the shade Light Beige. It is a little bit light for me, but all good. So today I wanted to go for like a cotton candy, like pink, blue kind of color. And I had another Morphe palette, the James Charles palette, but I did not want to use that one, so I went and found one at Ulta. I only got this palette because it was the only one that had the color scheme that I wanted, but this palette honestly has so many beautiful colors. They even threw a nice little glitter in there. So yeah, this palette does honestly have a really nice color scheme. Going to be using this pink, this blue, and this purple right here. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the first brush I'm going to be going in with is this super small focused blending brush. This one is a Bibella NG334. And I'm just going to be going into the dark purple shade right here, which is called Mama Dragon. I'm just going to be packing it into the crease area, all right here. I'm just dragging it to show you guys where I'm going to be packing it. And now that it is packed on, just using the same brush without any additional color, I'm just going to be blending it out. And now that is blended out, I'm going to be going in with my blue shade. So for blue, I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is called Raisin Gan. And I'm going to be going in with another small blending brush. This one is the Morphe M562. And as you guys can see on my nails, she needs a fill. Don't talk about it. So I'm just dipping into that blue. This is literally such a pretty color. If it would focus. Yeah, literally such a pretty color. So I'm just going to be blending that right over where we already blended the purple. I'm literally going right over it. And I'm only taking it about right here, just halfway onto the eye. And I'm starting to blend it upwards towards the brow. And it should look just like that. Now, using the same brush, I'm going to be going into this shade right here, which is called BB Boy. And I'm just going to be using the lighter blue just to blend out the blue that we already packed on. Then I'm just gonna go back one more time into Raisin again, into the darker blue, and just blending that out one more time. Okay, now using a different brush. You can use the same brush if you want to, just of course clean it off. I'm only using a different one so I don't have to clean it, but they literally look the same. They're basically the same brush. I'm just doing it for the sake of not having to clean the brush, but I'm gonna be going in on a new brush. This one is the Sigma E36 blending brush. I'm gonna be going into the shade right here, which is called Nikita. It's just a really bright, hot pink, and I'm gonna be doing exactly what we did for the blue, just on the other side, of course. So I'm gonna be blending this over the purple. And I am going to be flicking it out at the end because we are going to be doing a full cut crease. And I am slightly blending it into the blue. And then to blend that out, I'm going to be going into this shade right here, which is called Sakura. And I'm just blending this on right above the pink. And now I'm just going to take the brush that we were using to blend the blues and kind of just blend these two into each other. Of course, it doesn't have to be perfect. They are two different colors. It's not gonna blend in 100% perfectly. And now I'm gonna be going back in on that Be Bella brush that I took the purple with, and just going back into that purple and deepening it up a little bit more. Just like that. And I know it looks really rough. I'm gonna go in one more time with the blue and the pink and just blend that out, but you do just want the purple to be super dark so that when you cut the crease, it really just makes it stand out. Okay, so I feel like I like the way that it's blended out. Like I said, I know it looks crazy, but it's gonna come together right now once we cut the crease. So as always, to cut the crease, I'm using my favorite brush. This is the MAC 252S, and I really like it just because of how sharp and flat it is. And then of course, I'm gonna be going in with the Tarte Shape Tape. And when I create my crease, I like to just put concealer on the brush once and try to get that done with the whole eye instead of making it super full coverage, just in case I have to go over it again. It's not hard to cover up. Then as you can see, I messed up a little bit right here. I'm just gonna let that dry, and then I'll go over with like a super fine brush and clean it up. No big deal. So now I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna be setting my eye just because I don't want to get creases or anything. I usually just leave it if I'm packing color on top of it or something, but today I'm not. So I'm just gonna be setting my eye with a nude shade. And I'm literally just packing that all over the lid. And now I'm just taking that really fine brush, and I'm just gonna go in there and sharpen up the crease. Okay, now to finish off the eye, I'm going to be adding some glitter liner. I'm gonna be adding 2 glitter liners. I wanted to add a blue and a pink, but I didn't have blue. Ulta was out of stock of blue. So these are gonna have to do. So I'm gonna be adding the gold where the blue is, and then of course the pink where the pink is. To do that, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner. This one is in the shade Midnight Cowboy. And as you can see, it's already popping off just with one layer. I'm gonna go in and add a second coat right now once it dries. That is the only bad thing about these, is they do take a little bit to dry. So if you have hooded eyes and you don't go above the hood like I did, you want to be super careful and make sure that it dries before looking around, because it will transfer. So now for the pink one, it is also an Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner. This one is in the shade Cat Call. And this is how it looks like with 2 layers on. They're super sparkly, super shiny. And I was gonna add a liner, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. Maybe once I put lashes on, I'll feel like I need a liner. But as of right now, I am gonna leave it how it is. I actually really like the way it turned out. So I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll be right back. So I applied my lashes. These are Dodo lashes in the style D327. I do have an affiliate code with them if you guys want to get some and get 10% off. It is D.E.S.I, literally just my Instagram username. So as you can see, these lashes are super big, super fluffy. So for that reason, I didn't feel the need to add liner because I feel like it's just gonna make the eyes look a lot darker and take the focus away from the shadow. But I do think that these lashes accent the shadow very nicely. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start on the skin. To prime my skin, I'm going to be using the Touch in Sol Pretty Filter Icy Sherbet Primer. I feel like with this primer, a little bit really goes a long way. And of course, you want to be careful with the edges of your eyeshadow. You don't want to go across it and ruin it. And then today for foundation, I'm going to be using the Morphe Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation. This one is in the shade Filter Medium 14. I'm just going to be pumping it directly onto the skin. And I would love to use the brush to spread it out, but unfortunately can't find it. Oh, I almost got foundation all over my clothes. Psych. Okay, I lied, I found it. So I'm gonna be spreading it out with the Morphe E63 brush. It is actually the foundation brush that comes with the foundation. Don't come for me because it's crusty, I know. So as you can see, this foundation is very full coverage. I look like that little peanut butter baby. This might actually be a little bit too light for me now. Maybe, we'll see. Now that it is all spread across my face and I look like that little peanut butter baby, hey! I'm just gonna be blending it out, and to blend it out I'm going to be using this Juno & Co sponge. I believe it is called Lemon Drop. It's just a little microfiber sponge. And I don't know if it's because I got a facial today or what, but this foundation is like burning my skin and I feel like that's not a good sign. Okay, now that that is on the face, I am looking a little bit orange, but it's fine. We love an orange queen. Now for concealer, I'm going to be using the Forever Skin Correct from Dior. This one is in the shade 2N. Just gonna be applying it under the eye and sweeping it up. And I'm just gonna be using my crusty ass concealer brush. I've literally had this concealer brush forever. Like literally forever, and I just love it. I can't get rid of it. I've tried other ones, I just can't find something like it, and it doesn't even have a number or anything for me to like reorder it. I think it came in like a brush set, and I don't even know a brush set. It's been so long since I've even bought a Beauty Creations brush set. I kid you not, this brush is literally probably over 4 years old. I just love it. So I'm just spreading this out, and I do like to bring it up onto my bridge of my nose like that. So I feel like it just makes it a lot easier to contour the nose. I am of course cleaning up the sides of the eyeshadow as I always do. I'm just going to be blending that out. And now I'm just going to be using my One Size Beauty translucent powder and the little flat side of the sponge and just packing under my eyes, setting them. And before you set under your eyes, you really want to make sure that all the creases are out, because if not, you're going to set those creases in and they're just going to stay there. Guys, a lot of the times when I'm putting powder under my eyes, I like set my eyeball and I like get temporary blindness from the freaking powder. So now I'm just gonna add some brightness to the forehead and the chin. And now, just to give my face a really airbrushed finish, just gonna take a bunch of powder all over the sponge and just bake my entire face. This is a new thing that I've been doing, so I know it looks crazy. I know you don't see many people doing it, I really believe that setting it like this changes the entire appearance of the face. Like, it literally makes you look so finished, so airbrushed. It's wild. Of course, I am going to be wiping it all off. I'm not gonna leave that there. Not that crazy. I'm just using my handy dandy Forever 21 fluffy brush and just wiping that all off. And as you can see, that just gave the skin a very matte, fine, airbrushed finish. So now I'm gonna go in with all my powder products. Of course, as always, Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in the shade Saddle. And today I'm gonna be trying something new that I saw on TikTok, and I'm gonna be taking it on to a fan brush. Yeah, don't think that worked. So bronzer is on. I feel like I want more. I just can't get any more to like go on my face. I don't know what's going on. Like, I feel like it's not distributing onto my face properly. Okay, I think where I messed up was I really set my face like really well before getting my powder products on. Next time, or if you guys are watching and have not done that yet, sorry, definitely get all your bronzer, blush, powder products on and then set your face. It's my bad, guys. So next, for blush, going to be using my go-to, my Smith & Colt blush in the shade Universal Peach. And I'm bringing it up like into the temple area, bringing some to the forehead, to the chin, the nose, just bringing all of that color back into the face. Jesus Christ, this chair will not stop squeaking. I'm literally realizing that the whole video you could just hear. It's fine, fine. So before highlight, I'm gonna get started with my under eye shadow. So I'm gonna do this one off camera, then I'll be right back to do this one. Okay, so the under eyes are super simple. I'm literally going into Mama Dragon on the same brush that we packed it on with. I'm just gonna be dragging that across the whole bottom lid. Is this considered an eyelid, the bottom one? Really just getting it in there, just dragging it across. And you don't have to worry about it being perfect, like how right there got a little smudged. We're gonna be blending it out with the blue and the pink. So now, using the same brush that we did the blue with, I'm gonna be going into Razingan, whatever, the dark blue that we used. I'm just gonna be blending this out. And now, using the brush that we used for the pink, I'm going to be going into the shade Nikita and blending out the other side. I kept the colors like corresponding to the top. Of course, if you want to change them, reverse them, you can. Or if you want to just do one color or the other, like you could do the purple or the blue or the pink. You don't necessarily have to mix them all in like I did. You could always do that. I'm gonna be going into this shade right here, which is called Estrogen. It's like a shimmery pink, but it also gives off like a blue kind of purple iridescence, as you could see over here. I'm just gonna be packing that on to the inner corner. And now for the water line, I'm going to be going in with this NYX Epic Wear liner stick in the shade Graphic Purple. It's kind of like a shimmery, metallic-y purple kind of color. I'm just gonna be dragging that across the waterline and a little bit over the actual lash line. Just like that, to give that purple highlight. And then I'm not gonna be adding any bottom mascara. I don't want it to like take over the colors on the bottom. So now I'm just going to be adding a little bit of highlight using my Tom Ford Sheer highlighting. Oh, she's fine. She's fine. False alarm. My heart stopped. I'm going to be using this in the pinker shade. I'm just going to be adding some of that on there. Then I'm just contouring my nose really quickly. This is essentially how I do it, except I blend it. Y'all, I literally leave out of town in a couple hours and I still haven't packed. I do this to myself every time. So now I know everything looks crazy because I don't have no lips. So I'm going to be adding some lipstick. For liner, I'm going to be using this liner in the shade Nude Beige. And then for lips, I'm going to be using this Morphe lip in the shade Kissy Face. And I kind of want it to look a little bit more ombre and dramatic, so I'm going to be going in with a darker lip liner. I'm going to be going in with this really dark one right here. This is a NYX one in the shade Club Hopper. I'm just going to, sorry, excuse me. I'm just going to be going over the edges with this, just very lightly. Just going to be going in with my finger and like blending it in. And as you can see, it gave it more of that like ombre effect. So now I'm just going to be setting my face using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Oh my gosh, I'm using so many Morphe products. You'd think I'm sponsored by them, and I'm not. Morphe, where you at? So I'm just going to be setting my face. I feel like setting your face is like the best part of doing your makeup. And just like that, guys, we are done. This look is so pretty. I seriously love it so much. I've been wanting to do a lot more creative looks, and here she is. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you all enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and comment down below. I had so much fun making this video. Actually surprised. I really love how it came out. As always, head over to my Instagram to give me a follow, and I will see you guys in my next video.